What's up with this? Your boy JT. If I say I done it, I did it. I'm running a little bit late tonight, but don't even worry about it. We got a good show coming for y'all.
It's Terrence Gangster William, aka OG Diggity. I'm hanging out with the big homie Hankin TV. Make sure y'all subscribe, support the brother. We out here doing big things. It's all good, baby. Y'all see me free. We out here enjoying life. Wah! I want y'all to stop the violence, say no to drugs, and put these guns down. I'm out, baby. Gotta go.
This is a certified hood classic.
I used to be in my feelings, then I turned up and got a spot. I can't say how much I made in that bitch, I just know it was a lot. I don't care no more if she love me for real, long as she love my knot. They say, Unc, you hitting them with too much drip. I know I got a mop. I put my flow in the microwave, I know I got to blow, now it's hot. I was way too far ahead of my time, I had to slow down and stop. Before I pull up to the honeycomb, I got to go round the block. Looking in blind spots for any nigga think he on the low trying to plot. Go ahead.
Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to Hankin TV, man. You feel what I'm saying? That's my boy. He put dope content over there.
What's up with it, man? I want to thank y'all for tuning in to Hankin TV tonight. Man, I got a New Orleans legend in the house with me tonight. You know, my channel all about making a positive change. You know, I'm gonna talk about some of the things I've been through. Talking about my nonprofit organization. I'm about to try to start and get up running. So I got a man who's been through some things, and he's a living example, man, how we can take negatives and turn it into positive, and how we can take the experiences we've been through and teach other people how to make them, man. So if you can, man, can you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Y'all in the building, Calliope Chill.
What's up, Calliope Chill, man? So tell us about your
nonprofit, love, baby.
So tell us about your plight and your wanting to work with the youth, man.
Well, always looking in hindsight, I always was the type to give good advice. I always had a heart. I always had a heart. I always would give good advice. I always had an ear for somebody. For some reason, I always felt in that position, even when I was in elementary, junior high school. I always had people always come to me and tell me about their business or tell me their problems, and I just had the right words to speak at that time. I guess I was born with a great mind, gifted.
Right. And I heard you saying before about some of the things you was doing. You was taking youth from the ghetto or from less fortunate areas and taking them to college campuses.
Yes, I understood the fact that symbolism is the greatest form of influence. When you see it, you're influenced by it. So I understood that. So I created a college initiative. Actually, Mayor Cantrell, she was part of that. She was a city council at that time, and did the proposal, shot it to the city council, and it gave us the grant to do it. So we was taking the young men over colleges throughout the region of Louisiana, taking them out to Atlanta, California. We was just taking them all over because I understood that symbols gonna open their mind and get them to think in a different direction. And out that process, it was like 20-something young men, but 5 of them in college right now today.
Right. And how did you come up with that? As far as thinking like, well, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna show these young men something different. You know what I'm saying? Let them know it's more than just the hood and more than just the streets.
When I come out the federal institution, because when I was in the institution, I wasn't with the foolishness. Always been smart. You know, school came easy to me. So I took it as if I was on a college campus. They had so much information up there, it could not miss you. Not if you got no conscious mind. So I was able to get the information in the system. And when I come home in 2010, I applied it and made history with those kids.
Right. And I was fortunate enough too. I did 10 years, man. I got out myself in 2010. And I also, I did 10 for a body, get out through 2010. I've been back one time. I did a year for something minor, but I ain't been back since, man.
Right.
And I also
Yeah,
heard
it's a cycle.
right. And I also heard you explaining like how in the Callio they had the rec center down there, the grocery store. So it wasn't no lead. There wasn't no need to leave. You know.
It's called a paradigm. They created all in urban communities. You got the church, you got the school, you got the elementary school, you have the junior high school, you have the high school, you have the supermarket. Everybody going to the same schools. So the information that was applied or suppressed in that community is going to be in the community for 200 years.
Right. So I got hip to you, man. You know, you was telling your stories about the Callio, and I ain't gonna say I was going back and forth, but you was telling your stories. Gangster was telling his stories, and you got a YouTube channel called InSource TV. So
Inside source.
Inside Source TV. So what's the plight for that? What's your mission?
Just news, music, fashion, just showing the people that, you know, no matter where you come from, you can create content. If you got content, put it out there. And that's what I'm on. I hope everybody make a page.
Right, right. And you also in school right now. So what you going to school for?
Well, last year I was going for psychologist. It didn't work that well, but I still got the information. I'm going for HVAC right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a air conditioning refrigeration company out here in Houston.
Okay. Now I touched on all that to show the positive. You know what I'm saying? Your nonprofit helping the youth, finding the answers. What we know, finding the answers to the question they got. You spoke about going, coming home from prison in 2010. How much time did you do?
I done like 8.5.
Okay. And, what was you locked up for?
Half a brick of heroin.
Okay. That's another thing, man. It seemed like that was when I was in the game. That was my drug of choice that I sold. You know what I'm saying? And that seemed like not just wanting to help the youth, but just like our upbringing is so similar. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
How was it growing up
all
in the
over America?
Right. So how was it growing up in the Callio?
America.
How was it growing up in the Callio projects, man?
Say it was violence. You smell blood every day, you heard me? But it was normal. It wasn't normal, but at that time it seemed normal because when things happen, you see somebody brains on the ground, and the next day you walk in that same area as if there's nothing happened. So it became like the norm for us. And growing up is like the Callio is like family. We like a cult. We like family, you know. We look out for each other, you know. Like if you're wrong, you get dealt with. If you're right, you get dealt with. But it was beautiful growing up in the Callio, man.
And so all the things that you've been through in prison, out, growing up in a violent, impoverished neighborhood, did you ever think that you'll be doing the things that you're doing today?
Not in a million years. Because you know I was expected to die in New Orleans. Like that's the mission. You expect to die. You expect to die like a gangster or go live in a penitentiary like a real nigga with a life sentence.
Right.
That's the calling. That's other people calling for your life, though.
It definitely is. So coming up in the Callio, violence, going through all that stuff, it seemed like a beacon of light came when Master P and them started No Limit. Did that like give y'all some hope?
Most definitely gives us a lot of hope. But at this time, Master P can't sign nobody out the project because we too active. Romeo don't be who he is if he signed anybody out the project. He signed one person. Romeo don't be who he is. So when he came through, he gave his flowers. Yeah, Pete Callio. What's up, Pete? Free C Murder.
Right. So we done heard a lot of stories about Kevin Miller. Was you did you ever have the opportunity to associate or meet Kevin Miller?
No, I was younger. I didn't get a chance to meet him. But he a Tuesday crew dude. Master P and them was all them Tuesday crew.
Okay. So boom. When Master P came out, one of the things he highlighted was New Orleans was the murder capital of the world, and they was going back and forth with the Magnolia. And like I said, I had got familiar with you from your YouTube channel and going back and forth with Gangster. So how did the war between the Magnolia and the Calliope start?
It started with one of my homeboys lost his life, and it was allegedly the Magnolia done it. It was allegedly among our hood though. It never was like under investigation for it or anything, because we didn't know if they done it or not. We just knew they was active. You know, gangsters them, they bust their guns up that way. They was snatching. He went to the federal institution for trying to kidnap the plug. So we assumed by my partner getting dumped up there in the 11 walk, 12 walk, we assumed, you know, they was doing it because the hot boys was the ones up that way, you know, the 13th walk right there. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So then we got No Limit and we got the Calliope. Then we had Cash Money and the Magnolia. So did that play any parts in the war or cause any beefs?
I'm about to tell you about it. The only reason we never sent shots at Cash Money, like literally, because all right, Gangster messing with them. Gangster Hot Boy to Kill. BG made the song. The only reason we didn't send shots because one of our big homies named Pee Wee, Bobby Jackson, rest in peace. And was letting us know, like Baby and them ain't had nothing to do with that. But then again, I knew Baby and them ain't had nothing to do with it. I knew Baby and them ain't had nothing to do with it.
Right. So then once again, watching one of your videos, I was going through the comments, and for the people who don't know, man, explain to people what the second line is.
I don't know what happened.
Can you hear me
must
now?
be his station.
Can you hear me?
Black. Can't hear you no more, homie.
Can you hear me now?
Text. That call done that. Somebody called.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can hear me?
Yeah. Okay, I can hear you. Okay, what I was saying was watching your videos, I was going through the comments.
I got it.
Can you still hear me? Can you hear me?
Camera.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What I was saying was going through watching your videos and going through the comments, I seen somebody ask what was the second line. For the people who don't know, man, explain them what the second line is.
A second line is on different parts of the city. It's like a booster club. It's basically like a booster club, like every you know, all around the city they got booster clubs and they second line clubs too, like club members. You know what I'm saying? Do donations and things like that, get back to the community, things like that. But every year on Sundays, they're gonna have a different club that's second line through the streets of New Orleans with the bands, with the horns and the drums and stuff like that. Dress up, you know, look flashy, go through the city of New Orleans, have a good time.
Okay. So then, what was some of the beefs you seen growing up in the Calliope?
Some of the
Yeah. What the hell? me try something. Everybody hold tight, man. I appreciate y'all. Let me see. Almost like getting back. Man, I don't know what's going on with this internet tonight, man. I ain't never had this problem. Oh. Now his internet was messing up. That's what took me so long to start. Hold on, let me see if I get him back up. All right, told me hit the link again. Let me see. All right, I seen the link again. Let's see if we can hit it. All right, I got you. Hi, boy Jimmy Miller. Hold on. The internet fried over there. Hold on, give me a second. All right, y'all. This is probably what we're gonna have to do. Cause like I said, the reason I started late is because I couldn't get him to connect because the his internet. So y'all already seen what direction we was going. You know what I'm saying? One of the things I like to touch on, man, is people who been to prison or been in hard situations, get out of the mud, man, because people sometimes tend to write us off. I did 10 flat. I did 15 altogether, but I did 10 straight. I came home in 2010. I went back in okay, here we go. Bam. All right, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So it was a lot of different projects down in New Orleans, man. So tell us about some of the beefs. Was it Calliope? Was y'all the hardest project, or was it like everybody neck and neck, everybody for themselves?
They got gangsters all over the city. The Calliope's beefing with the Magnolia in the 70s at one time. You know, with Lester Duplessis and all them brothers there. Rest in peace on. Yeah, they was beefing a long time ago with my big homie Terrell and Chico and them behind some shit. But when they went to jail, that shit had then went away. So we picked up the beef some kind of way, man. It's just a never-ending cycle. You know, you got the St. Thomas, you got the Ivoryville, you got the Magnolia, you got the Melphamine, you got all them things in between, the 11 wall, 12 wall, 13 wall, across the river. Like, they got big dog, big steppers in the city. That's the breeding ground. The whole city is a breeding ground.
Somebody told me to ask you know Hot Boy Jimmy Miller?
I know him well.
You know him well?
Yeah, Jimmy L. Ford and Galvez. He from around there on 3rd and G and shit. Him and his brother. Shout out Scamp, man. Rest in peace, Jimmy.
So you finally left New Orleans. So what made you leave New Orleans?
I was tired of smelling blood, man. Everybody around me dying. All my little homies dying. Like, it got disturbing to me. I ain't have no plans to come to Houston. Then I was in my addiction. I had a heroin addiction at one time. So I was in my addiction. So I'm ducking the fentanyl debts, the killing, all that. Like, you know, I was chosen. That's what I say. I was chosen.
You most definitely was, man. Both you and Gangster, along with myself, man, because I done looked death in the face several times and life sentences. So we both was locked up during the time of Hurricane Katrina, man. I remember watching it on the news, man. So how did Hurricane Katrina affect New Orleans? As far as from what you heard, I know you was talking to your family and stuff like that.
It affected in a big way. This why all the killing happening right now. Because in the early 2000s, they came with damage control and picked everybody up out every in the hood. I was in affairs with everybody picking us up at 20 at a time. They had them went to the table on us on this. Looking in hindsight, they had the Magnolia, the Melf, Calliope, St. Thomas, 17th Walk, everybody in jail. So the pups are gonna be cross-eyed and cross-minded because you don't got too many big homies to say, look, man, this is how you do this shit. Nah, don't mess with that. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody asked, man, was that dog hard to shake?
It was hard. The fentanyl is poison. It's not heroin.
Right.
It's poison. It's made up of a lot of different mixtures.
So
yeah.
So
it was hard. It almost took me a month to get myself together. At one time, it was 3 to 5 days.
But that fentanyl different, huh?
It's not real. The fentanyl is not heroin.
Right.
It's a mixture of poisons.
It definitely
It's not real.
Salute you, man. Salute you, man. So by you coming up, you know what I'm saying, in the streets, busting your gun, getting busted up, man, what would you say caused you, or how did you jump off the porch?
My brother them. Shout out to Skinny Steve, man. My brother them had the bricks in the house already. My brother them bricklaying at this time. So one of my brothers already had then got killed. One brother. I lost 2 brothers in 7 years. So my brother them I'm already in training, but not knowing. Not knowing it. They injecting it on me without even telling me. Because I'm seeing it. Like I said, symbolism is the greatest form of influence. So I was already gonna be in the street. My mama fought with me like a dog, bro. But that energy is strong. And now looking in hindsight, I asked myself, I lost my 2 brothers. Why they didn't put enough fear in me to make me go run to another land and get away from this? Why didn't he put enough fear in me? I was sick. It's a sickness. It's suppression.
Right. So you say you was good in school. Did you play any sports?
I was good in basketball. I was a good basketball player. I had great aspirations for myself. My mom and my father had great aspirations for me. Like I'm the baby of the family. So I was one. They was trying to save me. They was trying to save me, gave me everything. But the streets got an energy, bro.
It do.
Strong energy, man. That been in this, like I said, them paradigms, those axes, them paradigms form on, bro. It's strong. It's strong.
Right. If you could go back and change anything, would you change anything?
I'll play ball. I was that good. The whole city know that. Yeah, I was good in ball, man. But I didn't have, I mean, I had two parents. This would mess me up. Like they be saying a father not in the home. I had a 2-parent home and still wind up in the street. So I don't want to hear that about no single mama and all that. That is the energy outside your door. It's the energy outside your door, and it's the community. Whatever's going on in the community, like you become a product of that community.
You do. So do you see New Orleans getting any better?
They got to blow the levees again. New Orleans, they can't ever get it under control because you got a generation of no thinkers and numbness. They didn't see none of that. They cut all the programs out. I was working for we had created a program come from Chicago called Ceasefire. They came down, they trained us and said we was going in the neighborhoods, canvassing the neighborhoods, dealing with the dudes, different sets, combating the retaliation. We even had like a hospital system where you go to the hospital when the victim gets shot up, and at least why he wounded, and the fear in his heart to try to give him some information not to go back out there.
Right. So with the nonprofit, so you're gonna do that from Houston, or you gonna take that back to New Orleans?
I'm coming to Houston with it. I'm gonna take it on the road because my city, see, Houston don't know my city was sick. They sick. We came up here with sick minds. We already formed as monsters. So we don't know what help look like. We can't think out of a brown paper bag. So when we come to Houston with these big lights on and shit like that, you didn't have to take nothing. The people was gonna show you love. But it's the sickness. The Willie Lynch syndrome is a sickness. Indoctrination is a sickness.
Right. So while you was doing your 8 years, man, what's some of the things that you did to better yourself? Because like you say, it's full of information and knowledge in there.
I read over 70 books, man. I read over 70 books. That's what I was doing. I done my time reading.
I did mine too. That's what ended up making me write a book. So what's coming up next with the matter of fact, tell us the name of the nonprofit.
It's called Verse of Experience. The verses of experience. That's the only way we can get to them. And we got to get to them while they're 7 and 8 years old, 9, 10 years old. When they're 14 and 13 and 14, they already been indoctrinated. They already been taught what to think and not how to think.
Most definitely. So what's the next steps for it? Where you at now with it?
Well, I'm in a rebuilding process. We still got it down there in New Orleans. My partner, shout out Diablos, man. My partner Diablos, he's still on the move with it.
So by the Calliope and Magnolia being in war, man, how many times have you think you really could say you look death in the face?
A million times. You got to understand, not just the Magnolia and the Calliope, the whole city at war. The Calliope had 88 murders in 10 years.
Wow.
In that project alone.
So
that's public records.
So how many families did the Calliope? How many families did it house?
We had over 1,500 families.
Damn.
My mom is a prominent person in the project. She worked at the project office.
Right. So how has life changed for you since you've been in Houston?
Man, it's beautiful. They got a bank on every block in Houston. How could you not get no money?
Right.
Yeah, I just can't understand that. My mind, when I first got off the bus in Houston, that was the first thing I saw. 4 Wells Fargo banks on one block.
Right. I was just down there myself last month. I was in Dallas. I went to Dallas. I was in Dallas though. So what you got coming up next for us, man, on the Inside Source TV?
Man, we're gonna try to do the series like they did the Wire up in Baltimore. Yeah, we're gonna do these mini series, man, and bring the standard to the screen. Just need some people to tap in with us. You know, we already got it down packed, the writing and stuff. We just need somebody to get us the funding where we can push it.
Right. And then working with these youth, man. What's one of the first things you tell them?
I don't talk. I show them. Because I can put them in a classroom and say, this is how you put your shirt in your pants. The attention span is 6 seconds. The attention span is short. You can't put them in no classroom setting. That's bored to them. You have to take them out to the information.
You gotta definitely take them out to it, man. So besides the series, putting a nonprofit together, getting that back up and running, what else you got coming up?
Well, my son doing music, man. He got his own clothing line called monsterdrive.com. He got the clothing line, high-end clothing line. He's doing the music. So we're just gonna try to throw things off the wall and see what stick, bro.
What was the name of the website again?
monsterdrive.com. It's in a rebuilding process right now. But you can go on my Instagram page, Calliope Chill, and look at some of the merch.
All right, man. I'm gonna have you give out all your social medias, man. I just wanted to pull you through, man. Like I said, man, I was drawn to your story. I done chopped it with Giggity. That's my dude. When I came down to Dallas, that's what I did. I came down there, visited him, went to his party, man, and they count us out, man. People who've been through what we've been through, man. But I think we the best teachers, man. Experience is the best teacher, man.
Right. That's why I wear this King Tuck shirt. These words on here, it's the first language that was ever written in human form. That's the first language was written by God. His name Shatan. Right.
So, man, we definitely gonna stay in touch, man. I'm gonna tap in with you far as on that nonprofit. Next time I'm down that way, I'm definitely gonna give you a shout out. We're gonna link up. So I definitely want to see you and Gangs to make that happen by bringing everybody together, man. That's dope right there, man.
We most definitely gonna try to give it a good push.
Because that's one of the things I noticed when I was down there. When I was down there in Dallas, everybody had that New Orleans twang. I'm like, this is where everybody came to after the hurricane.
Yeah, we came to Texas and Atlanta.
Right. That's what's up. So tell everybody your social medias, man.
Man, y'all tap in with me on Inside Source. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Press like if you like. Press dislike if you dislike. But it's all facts. Y'all tap in with me on Instagram, Calliope Chill.
Hold on, somebody said. They said you're gonna make a killing doing that HVAC.
Yes, sir.
You say tap in with your Inside Source. What's your Instagram?
Calliope Chill.
Calliope Chill. Man, we definitely gonna do this again, man. Like I said, I just wanted to bring you up, man, and help you get your message out about the nonprofit, man, and let them see, man, people who've been through something and been in the joint can definitely come out, man, and be an asset to society. We kind of got
saving lives, bro. That's my
about
mission. Saving lives, creating generational wealth.
Most definitely. We kind of got to a late start. I got another interview at 9, so I'm gonna go ahead and get to that. But we definitely gonna link up again, man. We're gonna run this back and we're gonna get more in depth, man.
Man, y'all don't forget to subscribe to Hank TV, man.
Man, yeah, y'all go ahead and subscribe, hit that like button. My birthday Tuesday. Y'all
Happy
ain't gotta
birthday,
send me
brother.
nothing. Thanks. Y'all ain't gotta send me nothing. Just subscribe to the channel, man. Also, man, I want to congratulate you, man, and salute you, man, on your recovery, man. On your realizing you got to get up out of there, and on your strength and fight, man, to help our youth, man, because we got to save lives, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all go create a channel. Everybody got content. We got to move collectively, man.
And everybody got content, anything content, you know what I'm saying? But that's what's up. I'm gonna tap in with you. I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna DM you tomorrow. Cause by the time I get done, it's gonna be kind of late. So I'm gonna chop it up with you in the DM tomorrow. We're gonna put something together.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. I appreciate it.
I'm out.
Okay, thanks, man.
All righty.
Yep. That was my guy right there, Calliope Chill, man. Calliope Chill, man. I like to see people, man. I like that, man. Good looking out, B&B Boxing News, man. I appreciate it, man. Like I say, I'm right back, right here at 9 o'clock. I got the WBC US NBC heavyweight champion of the world, Robert Sizzle Sims. I got him coming up. I kind of didn't want to run over in the time. See, in Dallas, they're an hour behind. They're an hour behind Ohio. So one thing we did, go looking out, Greg. One thing we did, we had kind of got our times mixed up. You know what I'm saying? So that gave us a late start. And then we had the interruptions with the internet, man. I'm really on quality, so I kind of feel I ain't feeling too good about that. But like we were saying, man, everything content, we definitely gonna bring it back, man. And everybody that's in here, man, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. Don't go nowhere. Go grab y'all a snack, grab y'all a pop, something, and come right back at 9 o'clock. Cause like I said, I had a WBC US NBC heavyweight champion of the world on, Robert Sizzle Sims, man. I want to appreciate everybody for sticking in there and holding on, man, while we was going through our technical difficulties, man. And Yo-Yo Swift and Daybomb TV, man, I know I've been promising. I promise, man. I promise. I know I've been promising y'all this cooking video. Cooking videos, they coming. I promise they coming, man. My channel is kind of growing. It could be growing more, but I can't blame nobody but myself, man. I'm about to step my game up. I have made some progress. For y'all who don't know, I'm an author. I wrote a book called Hankin in Love with the Game. I got the website at imhankin.com. I am Hankin, HANKIN.com. Slide through there and pick y'all up a copy, man. I'm also gonna be doing some telling y'all more about the book. I'm thinking about just doing it chapters and audio, putting it up on the channel. So you ain't even got to read, man. Y'all can come through and check it out. I got the cooking on my channel. Okay, B&B, you got the cooking on your channel. I'm about to start coming with the prison meals, man. Because you'll be surprised, man, at the creativity and the stuff you can make in there with a little bit of nut, man. And believe it or not, prison is just like the streets, man. The same thing we can get out here, you can get in there. So I'm definitely gonna be coming with the fire cooking meals for y'all in the fire videos. I got them coming up, but I'm running out. My time running down. I don't want to keep my next guest waiting. You know what I'm saying? I try to be punctual on time, especially when it comes to my guests. So like I said, man, y'all go ahead and grab y'all a snack and come right back at 9 o'clock. I'm out.